Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 13 of my 4-player free-for-all Age of Wonders 4 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing as Straelak Soulreaper, and I'm leading the human Hollowkin. For more information on my leader and race characteristics and specifications, please check the video description. In our last episode, we managed to get a good chunk of our forces over to the, I guess you would say, the eastern side of the map. You can see here we managed to clear out some undead spawning structure that was causing some problems. And then we are, the end goal with this group is to head underground and see if we can eliminate Iska, or at least send her to the Void. We're going to declare war on her once we get a little closer, send her to the Void, and then try to figure out where her throne city is, and see if maybe we can get closer to potentially eliminating her from the game. Of course, we don't want to, get too far ahead of ourselves, but that's kind of the goal for the next few turns here, is to use this group to try to put her into the Void, and then see what we can do from there. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we do have Straelak and his stack that's been sort of rebuilt using largely snow spirits, but we do have a couple of tier 3 units as well in there that are giving us some decent strength. And we're going to clear out this dragon lair and then see what else we can find. Again, we're fighting a two-front war here. This is going to be against Tarin and her forces, so it'll be very interesting to see what it looks like as we get a little further into Tarin's domain. But before we jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a quick shout out to Death, who left an excellent comment on the previous episode. Death mentioned a couple of things, but the one I wanted to really take a look at is in regards to, let's just see if I can find it, in regards to the previous, this is going back to a comment Death had made on a previous episode in regards to which tome I might want to consider choosing when it comes time to choose my next Tome of Magic. The Tome of Teleportation was one in particular that was mentioned as being a pretty decent choice, and there's a couple of reasons for it. One other thing that Death recently mentioned here is that this Chrono Gate structure, it functions as a teleporter, and that means that an army can teleport from one teleporter to another. And so basically what this would mean is that if I'm able to build these Chrono Gates, I could build one in each of my cities and then effectively move my armies around using, like teleporters, which would be pretty powerful when you think about, again, look at the map and kind of the way things are laid out right now, where, as I mentioned, on the western side of the map, we're kind of, on the edge here, we're fighting Tarin. And then on the eastern side, we're kind of on the opposite end of the world here, and we're going to be fighting against Iska. So if I'm able to move my armies around a little more easily, getting those Chrono Gates could actually be super powerful. So really appreciate Death pointing that out. Might be a good way for me to consolidate my forces and get my armies back and forth. So I appreciate that one. As always, big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. Let's jump into the episode, as we've got a lot to do, and I'm really anxious to try to get into some of the fighting here if we can. So, I think we've pretty much done all our movement with this army, so we're going to move to the next one here. We've got a few more units that are coming in to reinforce. Now, here was the big cliffhanger from the last episode. We were going to clear out this Gorgon's Lair, and we're going to use our hero stack, led by Sereth Thorncrown here. We're going to give it a try, so let's see if we can do it. I am nervous, though. I really don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Alright, so it's infested with snakes. Let's see. I'm not afraid of any goddess. We'd have to do the battle. It's a 500 threat rating on the defending forces, so we should be okay there. Otherwise, we could lose one population and clear it without a fight, but I want to actually do the fight, so let's do it. Oh boy, we are up against Thunderbirds. These are Battle Mage units, a couple of Plague Serpents, and a Grimbeak Crow. Let's take a closer look at this Thunderbird. Ooh, it's a very neat looking unit here, so it's considered an animal. And let's see, it's flying, it's considered a Battle Mage, so it has these lightning bolts and thunderclap. We're going to have to watch out for that. So I think we can handle this, so let's do it manually. And I forgot to pay attention to this, so we've got Gorgon's Curse. All right, let's see. At the start of battle, a unit is secretly chosen to be the target of the curse. This target will become stunned in 2 turns if it is still alive, and a new target will then be chosen. Okay, so randomly one of our units is going to get stunned every 2 turns, basically. That'll be annoying, but hopefully not the end of the world. Alright, so Sereth. We've got... Just trying to decide what would be best. Our Night Guard's going to be our up-front defender, I think. That said, we want the rest of our units in a decent position as well with them. You know what? Let's even put our Dark Knight up front. Our Snow Spirit can move up. Actually, you know what? I don't want them fully in there. I want Sereth up here. And then next turn, I'm going to use my Summon Elemental ability, I think. Alright, so we'll do it there and now. They're going to move closer to us, presumably. Yep, here they come. Alright, perfect. So now, Sereth can summon an elemental. Do that right in front of us. Nice. Okay, we got a Tide Spirit. Unfortunately, I'm guessing that being a water-based unit, it's probably going to have, yep, shock weakness. So that's kind of unfortunate because that means we're going to be particularly susceptible to these Thunderbird attacks, which unfortunately do shock-based damage. So kind of a shame that we ended up with this unit, but you know what? We can still take advantage of him. He's got this Tidal Wave attack. Let's see. How does this work? So, oh wow, look at that. That is pretty powerful. It's just a shame because we won't be able to use it until they're a little closer, just so that we can actually get more enemies hit with it. We've also got this Drenching phase, but we can't use it for 2 turns, sadly. So if we did want to do something, we could charge in with him and do some melee. The other option is we just let him come to us. Well, you know, part of me is tempted to maybe try and get our cavalry over to deal with this Thunderbird. We also have the potential, here we go, we can throw on a Sundering Curse. Well, you know what, maybe this'll make my decision a touch easier. Let's throw that on right there. Alright, perfect. And then we can still, you know what, yeah, let's get in there and just charge right in. This Tide Spirit's going to just get annihilated, but that'll give me a chance to, he's now got regeneration. I mean, he's probably going to get killed, but at least now we've got some assistance there. You know what? Let's hit him with a Freezing Burst here if we can. Nice. Oh, and then it's too bad that our Pursuer can't quite get in there to hit them. Let's see if maybe we step up a little bit. Oh, it's still out of our range, so we'd have to go a little bit closer. You know what? I'm going to move my Dark Knight potentially over to deal with this Thunderbird, I think. Let's go kind of like this. Protect that flank a touch. We can step up with our Night Guard and our Pursuer, and then we should be able to get the kill here at least. Yeah, perfect. Night Guard can keep doing its thing, and then we're going to end our turn there. I almost forgot about this Gorgon's Curse. Hopefully that doesn't hit my cavalry. Ooh, shoot, that really sucked. Oh man, my archer's getting annihilated here. Uh-oh. Oh, my poor archer. Well, if we do lose the archer, it's not the end of the world, but... Okay. Should have probably looked more closely at the abilities there, but... the good news here is we've got our Dark Knight, and of course our Dark Knight is the one who is stunned, I believe. Yep, there it is. So we can't do anything. So I was all positioned to go and do a charge on that Thunderbird, and now I won't be able to do it. So that's kind of a shame. So I'd love to try to get my archer out of the danger zone there if I could. You know what? Let's jump in with a flank here. Oh, yeah, fantastic. We got lucky with a critical, too. Now, here's an opportunity for this Tidal Wave attack. Not doing as much as I would like. We could just try for the kill right here with our melee. That wouldn't be so bad. Just seeing what our options are. Yeah, like I said, it's a real shame that our Dark Knight is out of commission here. Yeah, and our Warlock's not going to be able to get in range to really do anything. Um, Our hero can't really do a whole lot at the moment. You know what, if we go here and just get the kill... I mean, ideally, I'd love to get the kill here and then move in and tie up the Thunderbird in melee, but... actually, I don't know if that would work because it's flying. Let me double check that. I can't remember if that means that... Let's see. Can safely move past most other units and obstacles in combat. So I think that means it won't take those attacks of opportunity. So we have to keep that in mind. Again, Pursuer would probably be good to just kind of get out of danger, but I do want to still be able to maybe do some damage, so let's do it. There we go. Our Night Guard can step up and do some work. Hit him with the Tidal Wave. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll start doing damage at least. I didn't realize that pushed him back. That's fine. There's some good damage. The Warlock can move over and at least help out our cavalry there. And then our hero can step up to provide a little bit of protection, at least for our Pursuer. I think that's going to do it for our turn. End it there. Now, we're going to eat some nasty damage here, I think. Oh, my poor Pursuer. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, well, again, I mean, losing one unit's not the end of the world. Especially a tier 1 unit like that. That's not a big deal. We can Sundering Curse this pesky bird here. Oh, yeah, and then we can come around here. Get that heavy charge strike. Nice. And then we should be able to just get the kill with our hero over on this side. Perfect. Okay. Now it's just this single Thunderbird that's left. So I'm thinking we go like this. Give him a smack. That's pretty good. And then what kind of damage can we do over here? Not quite enough for the kill. Pretty darn close, though. All right, let's do it. You know what? Just to avoid any further damage, let's just use our most basic spell here. And get the kill that way. All right, excellent. So again, a little sloppy. I lost the Pursuer, but everybody else is in good shape. We did get our Lesser Snow Spirit up to champion rank, too, which is pretty cool. It'd be nice to get up to that tier 3 unit if we can evolve it. Also a level up for Sereth, which isn't so bad. Nice, okay. So, that also marks the first time we've cleared an Ancient Wonder, which is pretty cool. So now, we've got some options here for results. So we've got, or rewards, I should say. So we've got mana income, that's not so bad. But then, let's see. We could gain a bunch of knowledge. We could gain Imperium, which I'm definitely leaning towards. You gain a spell shield of the Mystic Goblins. That's a tier 2 unit. Honestly, I don't really need that. So I think I'd rather grab the Imperium. So let's do that. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice boost. So very happy to have the Gorgon Lair. So now, if we're able to, what we're going to do is when we hit... Actually, we're there now. Once this Wizard Tower is finished, we are then going to build the Town Center upgrade that gives us the expanded domain, and then we will annex the Gorgon's Lair. Actually, we could annex a province right now. The only thing is then we'd have to wait another 7 turns before we're able to annex something else. So it might actually be better to wait. The only thing is, let's see, wonder what the time it's going to take. So it's going to take 4 turns. So, I mean, if you do the math, that's 1 for the Wizard Tower, 4 turns for the Town Hall, 7 turns to grow the city. I mean, it might be better to just, you know, annex something now, wait a little bit, and then we can grow the city 1 more and annex something else. I don't know. I kind of have to think about that one. But in any case, I'm just glad that this is done. We also have our Corrupt Soul who we can add into this stack, which is great. So let's start heading back. Put our Corrupt Soul in the squad just to have it kind of re-boosted back to its full strength. I think everybody around here has pretty much done all their movement. There's a couple units that can still move a tiny bit. So let's do that. We'll just start moving everybody this direction. Oops, I should have moved this one over here, but that's fine. You know what? I still can. There we go. We'll move up here. And there we go. So, again, the goal is to have all these units head underground and deal with that, with Iska. All right, so Dim Tur has produced structure. Okay, so we've got an open production queue and unit recruitment. Again, we want to make sure we have enough gold for what our goal is there, which is to build that town hall. So let's take a look at Empire development stuff now that we've got a decent amount of Imperium. So we've got some good options up here. Let's see, what were some of these ones? I just have to refresh my memory. Cities gain extra vision range, and we get universal camouflage. All our heroes instantly gain +1 rank. +10 combat casting points per unit death or kill in combat. That's going to be extremely powerful, especially like if we're, laying siege to something and we need a lot of spells to help us out. Now, this one's also really good. We get extra hit points back. 10 hit points per turn when we're in hostile domain. That could be a big deal. We've already grabbed all the Imperium upgrades that we wanted there. Casting a combat spell reduces the cost of all their combat spell types by 25% for 2 turns. I don't think we quite have access to this, so we'll have to wait one more turn. This would give us cheaper gold and production costs to build our research city structures. And then let's just double check these ones again. Now, this one is tempting because it would mean that we move faster on roads. Also, we get fast embark. Extra siege project. Yeah. Well, the other option with our extra Imperium is we could boost our relationship with Sorcerer Assaults. You know what? I think I'm going to do that to start here. So let's get this going faster. So we'll boost the allegiance. Yeah, very nice. Now it's 9 turns till we have that Pact of Vassalage. That's fantastic. We had negotiation successful, so that's just saying we have the Pact of Loyalty now. What else here? Hero leveled up. Oh, right. We have the level up here for Sereth. I almost forgot. Let's see what we'd want to do with her. Take a look. So she's currently got Defensive Training, Experienced Leader, Inspiring Leader, Strength Training, and Vigor. So she's got plenty of good support options. We could do the Golem Assistant, which is you start combat with an Iron Golem Assistant, which is a Tier 1 fighter. We could do Endurance Training. Well, Army Leader units in the Army gain extra hit points and status resistance. I quite like that. Unholy Leader. That would boost our undead units. You know what? I like this Endurance Training, though. Let's grab that. Yeah, that's excellent. So now the units in the squad are that much stronger. Really good boost for them. Spells ready to cast. Let's just take a look. Remind myself. Ooh, and look at this. Now, thanks to that last battle, we have enough to start casting Whiteborn, so let's do it. Again, that's going to take us a few turns to do. But, boy, I'm excited to get that one up and running. And then, yeah, production choices. Okay, so before we make those production choices, why don't we just double check? Again, Straelak's already done his movement. There's not a whole lot more we can do there. And I guess we're pretty much done everything over here, too, now that I think about it. So, really, I guess that is all that's left. All that, and if we wanted to annex something with Formdusk. And I am pretty tempted to. I mean, as much as I do want to get the Gorgon's Lair, might be better to just grab something now and then wait for the extra growth. I mean, we could even build another farm or something. You know what? Let's do the classic. We'll look to see what we could boost production of. So if we boost production for the estate hall, as an example, that would require 3 foresters. Currently, we have 2 foresters, so 1 forester would be enough to do that. Scholars Guild, we need 2 quarry, 2 foresters, so we're missing 1 quarry, so that's doable. The monolith, we would need 3 quarries. That's a little bit out of reach right now. These structures, I don't think we can boost. The wizard tower upgrades. And then, of course, we've got our specialty structures down here. So, you know what? I think maybe I will shoot for either a quarry or a forester. The Scholars Guild. The Estate Hall. Extra food income. You know what? If we could boost that and build it, that would improve the rate of our population growth. Of course, the problem there being that, well, and actually, if we wanted to build a mint, we would need a mine, and we don't even have one, so that might be something we actually need. And a Masonic Hall, we would need 2 quarries. So really, I guess the question is, do we want another forester, or do we want a quarry? The thing with a quarry is that a quarry would give us access to the Masonic Hall potentially being built as well. Although for this, we would need 3 farms to boost it, I guess. So again, this is one of those decisions moments. Let's take a look at the areas around here and just see if there was anything. The one is the fishery, which it's occupied, but if it wasn't occupied, we could reap that benefit, which would be actually very nice. Let's just see. So yeah, so we have to clear this out. That's the problem we're facing at the moment. Probably should have done that at some point. We've got pastures there. I don't think many of these other ones really have any extra resources on them. I'm just looking. Yeah, none of these do. And these have that swamp, which is not desirable, so we definitely don't want to do that. There's an iron deposit here. If we again expand, that would be good. We can get access to that. And on this side, neither of these two have anything special for us, really. So yeah, this is kind of one of those situations where, you know what, I think maybe we will go with... I mean, I guess we could build the fishery and then go down there, but you know what, I'm going to build a quarry over here. Let's put it right here. And then we will be able to, once the city grows again, we'll be able to annex another province, and then we can then grab the Gorgon's Lair once we've built the other structure we need. All right, so production-wise, Dim Tur, nothing is currently boosted, although the Arcane Institute wouldn't take very long, and it's fairly cheap. Definitely don't hate that idea. Let's just double-check in Red Fjorn what we're doing. So we got the Academy and the Iron Golem on their way. That's great. And then Forndusk, again, we are waiting on the Wizard's Tower. So, yeah, let's go to Dim Tur here, and we will build something cheap. I mean, the Caltrop stash is boosted, but that's not really giving us much other than fortification health, which, you know, not bad, but I think I'd rather just get an Arcane Institute or an Interrogation Dungeon going. Stability in the city's not amazing. Doesn't really matter. I was just looking there. Plus 10 city stability income from this one. I think the Arcane Institute would probably be the better one for us right now, so we'll grab that. We just got to be cognizant of our gold. One thing we might want to do is if we go back to our hero tab here, in our crypt, we have a couple of heroes we could still sell for some extra gold, including Thomas Kingfisher and Enola the Bolt. So, you know what? Maybe I will sell Thomas here. I'll sell Thomas's remains. There we go. And you know what? While I'm at it, let's just sell Enola's too. Great. Okay, there. Now we got plenty of gold to work with, so we don't have to be quite so conservative with it. Now, I guess then the question is, in Forndusk, do we maybe want to recruit another unit here? Again, we basically have no souls, though, so I think actually I will hold off. But it's just nice to have that gold buffer now and not have to worry. So we'll end it there. Now, the big trick is going to be, what's Iska going to do? Almost looks like she's just sitting there underground. Okay, so she's coming back up. Okay, there she is. So, yeah, I'm definitely thinking we want to declare war on her right away here. Maybe we can even... I wonder if we can get there this turn. Not quite, but we're close. Boy, that would be nice if we could get over there. You know what? If we declare war on her now, I think Sorcerer Solace would then view her as hostile. Let's just take a look at that. So in the Pact of Loyalty, we'll reinforce in combat against marauders and rulers the free city is at war with. Yep, so you know what? I think we should declare war on Iska right now. And I believe we can declare a justified war, so that's perfect. Let's do it. Relations with non-allied rulers. Now, the only thing is this might decrease our relationship with Safe Word a little bit, but I don't think it will. So let's do it. We'll declare war. All right. Now, hopefully that's not a terrible idea, but we're going to do it. So let's see here. So now Safe Word should still be, yeah, and they're still friends with us. No problem. We still have our pact with them, and the vassalage is still going to happen in 8 turns. So that's pretty good. So now Iska is in hostile terrain. So if we can get over there as quick as we can, that would be amazing. Of course, the problem we're going to run into is it looks like Iska has reinforcements here. Granted, nothing we can't handle. It's just a bunch of necromancers, really. A couple berserkers, I guess, which could cause some problems. And then there is a bone wyvern as well. But hoping we can get there pretty quick here. So let's see. The fastest path would be going that way, apparently. Let's see on this side. Yeah, all right. Let's head up here. And we'll just move up to match. We're just trying to get everybody in. I wonder, can we even... Oh, shoot. We could almost get there to engage the battle, but not quite. And then, yeah, our warlock's moving in as well. All right, so everybody's kind of converging. We're going to see if we can deal with Iska. I would love to. That would be fantastic. Oh, and oh, man, look at this. Okay, this is pretty scary. We've got a hero leading a pretty decently powerful army. We've got, oh, man, look at this. Brewer Ogre, an Iron Golem, Steel Shaper. So this is a pretty decent army being led by Tarin right now. So 922 in that stack, 859, 568. I think we have to retreat back. I don't think we have enough muscle to handle this. So I think we have to pull back, unfortunately, because we've only got 566 and 822. We're going to get outgunned pretty darn quick. So you know what? Let's pull back. As much as I hate to do it, we're kind of being forced to hastily retreat here. So let's do it. We will pull back. We'll reinforce our squad a little bit. And we'll at least get our skeleton over to help. Not that that's much, but every little bit's going to help in this case. Boy, yeah. Well, you know, that's the problem with our army split like this. You know, Tarin is decently powerful. Not insurmountably powerful from what I can see, but we certainly need to be careful. It's just looking here. So we now have access to Astral Empire skill, Adaptive Research, if we wanted to spend the Imperium on it, of course. The other option would be we save up for our Shadow Domain stuff. Oh, wow, look at this. Your heroes gain experience 200% faster. That could really come in handy. Oh, nice. And look at this. We've got a new Iron Golem as well, so we can send our Iron Golem over. You know what? Can he make it all the way to this squad? He can. So let's move one of our Snow Spirits over here. Get the big boy into our main squad here. Oh, right, and I'm keeping this Night Guard in the army with Straelak because he's about to get promoted. And he's getting experience being in Straelak's stack, so... Well, that's great. At least that stack over there is a little bit more powerful. I'm not quite so concerned about it. All right, so this group's going to just stay put for now. Right, okay, now this hero over here, we've got to keep moving. Probably not quite strong enough for the Lost Queen's Crypt, given that it's a silver level Ancient Wonder. One thing we might want to do, though, is grab this Watchtower on our way through. I think that's not currently in anyone's control. Now, let me check. Underground, we haven't even been down there, so it might be worth even taking a peek at what's under there. See a Firestone Forge there as well. I mean, Silverbridge is probably not really worth our time at this stage, but you never know. Okay, now we've got enough gold. Let's do our boosted Town Hall. That was our plan. Again, the city's going to take another 7 turns here still to grow. But we're working on it. So we've got our quarry now, which does also mean that our Scholars Guild is going to be boosted, and we now have access to the Masonic Hall should we want to. So that's helpful. We finished an academy in Redfjorn. We're going to need more units, I think, so Let's see. Again, we're kind of short on gold, unfortunately. Let's see. Do we have any warlocks in this group? We have one. You know what? Might be nice to get another one. So let's do one more warlock down here. Production-wise, I think we'll hold off. We don't really have a ton of extra gold, so probably better to wait. Spell-wise, we're still working on Whiteborn, so we can't really do any spell casting at the moment. Arcane Institute is still being produced in Dim Tur. And then, yeah, Forndusk, we're working on the Town Hall. So I think that's going to about do it. Really isn't a whole lot more for us to do, so we'll end it there. I'm a little nervous about Tarin, but I think we're strong enough now that we could really put up a good fight if we had to. I just hope Iska doesn't make it all the way into the water here, but I suspect that she will. Let's keep our eyes peeled there. Does look like Ishka's forces are moving in. And I suspect... Oh, isn't that interesting? So Iska is just staying put. Well, here we go. We can initiate a battle with her then this turn. My allies are moving some units around. Oh, that's exciting. All right, well. Oh, here we go. What's this? Okay, so Seer... Effica Star Seer comes to you with a request of high importance to her. Let's see. Scaranda, Jinx, and I, a Bellstar, share a long and lasting friendship. Blah, 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 blah. I would trust with my life. Believe Bellstar would make a great ally for you as well. I know she would be honored to join you in your grand quest. Will you try and forge a pact of loyalty with Bellstar? It's going to take 25 turns. The only problem is... if we fail it... Let's see. Befriend city quests ask you to reach a higher diplomatic state with a free city. This can be achieved by giving that city, blah, blah, this, the Whispering Stone. If the free city becomes vassalized or conquered, the quest will fail. My concern here is that Bellstar, unfortunately, we don't have a great relationship with at the moment, and I truly don't remember if we've been working on it or not. I think we have, but might be better to just wait for this to just come about naturally. Free City shares its vision. So we'd have to have the Pact of Loyalty with Bellstar. We would get relations, and we would also get the mystery bonus. See, again, my concern is that if I accept the quest and fail it, I'm assuming that would negatively impact my relationship, whereas if I just decline it, it wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, so allegiance is currently -5, which is not great. And I think we've already given one of our Whispering Stones to them. Let's see. Yeah, so there it is. We've given one to Bellstar. They're not super happy with us. Again, I really don't know if we accept this and fail what the ramifications are. So, you know what? All right, well, we'll say we'll do it. I just don't know if there's really anything we can do. Let's do it. Hopefully that wasn't a huge mistake. All right, well, we'll have the... Oh, yeah. No, that was a mistake, because by the time we even have this Pact of Cooperation, it's going to be, quite a ways off before we can have the Pact of Loyalty. I suppose we could boost our allegiance here to speed this up. All right, well, let's do that. It's maybe not the most ideal thing. Maybe it'd be better to spend our Imperium on, Empire development stuff like the Crypt Blade or something, but... I don't think this is the terrible idea. Let's do it. 15 turns for the Pact Cooperation. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. And then we can go from there. I don't think we'll be able to do this in time, sadly, but oh well. Silverbridge is sending another war party, okay. Necrotic Magic has been finished. Ooh, and we've got to pick a new tome. Okay, well, here's the problem. So because I haven't gotten into a fight with Straelak, we don't have that extra astral affinity, because my plan was potentially to level up Straelak, get access to the astral affinity, or the astral affinity level 8 ability, and then get that extra affinity point from it. All All right, well, we can select new research. So, yeah, we have to pick a new tome. Now, you know what? We can hold off on picking the tome, though, so let's go up. Maybe we can figure something out here. Has Tarin pursued us at all? Okay, Tarin has. So I guess the question is, do we want to risk maybe a battle, or do we want to hold off? The only thing is now, if we were to try this battle, I think that's going to pull in anybody at the outpost. So I think it's probably better to just play this one safe, honestly. Or maybe retreat back and let Tarin come to us. You know, if Tarin's going to be real aggressive here, if we pull back to Redfjorn, we could play it pretty defensive and potentially still do some good damage. Just looking here at Tarin's forces. So, yeah, collectively they have about... You know, these two together are about 1,500. I'm just looking at the strength of the relative strength. So, and then that's about closer to 900. So, yeah, we're looking at about 2,400. That's pretty scary versus I've got about 800. So I'm at 16. I'm at about 1,800. So, yeah, I'm definitely outgunned. I would be relying a lot on spells, and I have no idea what Tarin's going to be able to bring to bear spell-wise. I guess I do have this Warlock who can also help out. But I think it's probably better to pull back a little bit. As much as I hate to do it, I think we have to. So we will pull back to the city. Again, I'm not a huge fan of doing it, but I don't want to end up in a situation where, you know, I get outgunned and I lose Straelak, and then I'm having to try to, you know, recover. Let's just make sure. Am I out of range for all of his stacks? I am. Okay, that's good. There. Because, yeah, I was going to say it might be better to even move back one further if possible. I think maybe I'll do that. Yeah, and then at least we're kind of in the border of the city here. There. Okay. Meanwhile, in the city itself, let's go for another unit production here. So we do have another Warlock. Maybe we go now with a Night Guard just to have some more kind of melee capability. Something else we might consider, I guess, would be production of something like stone walls, but we really don't have enough, you know, time or money for that, sadly. To boost this, we would need another quarry, and we only have 2, so we'd need to expand before that's possible. Shoot, yeah, so I think we'll have to just pick a tome based on what we've got, but let's see what else we can do before we truthfully decide to call it here. Again, I probably should have saved my Imperium and done that extra level up for my hero, but oh well. All right, we'll grab the watchtower while we're here. And then let's head underground and see what we find under there with this stack. They can do some kind of just exploring. All right, so down here now, this is the battle we've been waiting for. We can attack Iska, and it's not going to pull in any of her units, so we've kind of got an open invitation here to engage in this fight, which is good for us. So let's just bring everybody on down. Might as well bring our full might to bear, because why not? And that should pull everybody in, and it won't pull any of her allies, like I said. So, you know what, we'll step one closer, and then we'll engage it this way. All right, excellent. So we basically have double the strength, so let's see. This should go pretty well for us then, hopefully. Now, I don't know what kind of, you know, spells Ishka's going to have available, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. But... All right, so Iska doing some movement here, applying some benefits to her units. Now, on my side of things, I would like to buff my undead. Unfortunately, our undead are not in great shape. And, of course, the other problem we're going to have here is that our units aren't undead yet because we don't have Whiteborn. So we can't really buff our own units except for the, like, the truly undead forces. So what I might do instead then is move this Bone Golem over a little bit like this, kind of rotate, and do a buff here like this, strengthen. Nice. Now, again, I want them to come to me. I'm not in any rush to get into the fight here. So I'm just going to position my forces here. Try to get them kind of ready for this as best I can. I do want my Warlock in there, protected well. Stormscale Serpent's in kind of rough shape, so we'll probably just head back. Corrupt Soul can come out to the front. Really like these Iron Golems, so we definitely want them kind of on the front line here. Fortunately, this Corrupt Soul is in rough shape. Actually, I suppose I could have strengthened Undead on my Corrupt Soul. That might have been the smarter move. Get our Skeleton over here. And we can go like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's going to about do it. And then we will start spell casting next turn as well. Let's just double check. Who else haven't we moved? So this Corrupt Soul is just going to stay put. Oh, and our hero, I almost forgot. Right, and we have Restore. So you know what? Let's use that on... Boy, I was going to say, I'm kind of tempted to throw that onto my Corrupt Soul here to at least get him some health and maybe get him into the fight a little bit quicker. Or be able to actually get into the battle. So let's try that. I mean, it might be a waste because the amount he's going to regenerate might not be enough to justify even risking him in battle, but... Alright. So let's see what Ishka's going to do here. Okay, more units are getting buffed. Some healing going on as well. Got that shield wall going. Yeah, these are warriors. They're tier 1s, so they... Although they are quite leveled up, they shouldn't be outlandishly strong, I think. Can throw a Sundering Curse on that one. And over here, can we get... Yes, we can. There we go. So both up front units are hit with curses. It's going to help us out quite a bit. Now, again, do we want to just let them maybe come to us, or do we want to go and charge at them? I'm thinking we let them come to us, so we can pull back with our Bone Golem ever so slightly here. There we go. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. Right now, the Iron Golem's the only one who's going to really get hit. So we'll throw him in defense mode. Move our hero up to provide some support. Everybody else, I think, is in pretty good shape, position-wise. So we'll just kind of hang out, I think, and let this kind of happen. Again, we could throw on a spell. I mean, sure, why not? It's not really going to, you know, hurt us too much here. And it's not costing us souls to do most of these spells. So let's just throw on a Soulfire real quick. Or maybe better yet, we could do the Ice Shackles just to slow these guys down a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. All right, we will end it there. So I'm curious now. Ishka's going to hit us with some nasty spells or anything. Gain more buffing going on. Bolstering resistance, rallying. Bolstering defense. Dodged that ranged attack, thank goodness. Alright, here we go. We're taking some damage, but we got a regeneration on because that unit's debuffed, right? So we're getting our benefit there. Alright, pretty good outcome so far. We've got them in a spot now where we can start to take advantage of their positioning here. So Ishka used a spell there, it looks like. Now, the good news is we can flank them for some pretty hefty damage, which is very nice. So let's do that. Yeah, we'll go right in here. There's a big flank, some regen. Very nice. We can step up and obliterate them with a pretty good strike here from our Corrupt Soul. So let's make that happen. There's a kill. Perfect. Alright, so next our Iron Golem. Actually, you know what? We can just retaliate here with probably some ranged attacks and maybe get the finish. Yeah, let's hit him with a Freezing Burst. There we go. And then we can get the kill with our Iron Golem if we were so inclined, or we could just use our Lesser Snow Spirit, step in there and get the smack, and then step up on the Berserker next turn with our Iron Golem if we wanted. Skeleton I'm considering is basically almost like an expendable unit if we really wanted it to be. Especially since we've got our Necromancer around to revive him if he goes down. Be good to get some more debuffs on here. So if we could use our Warlocks a little bit, I would be pretty happy with that. So let's step up and do some magic bolts here for some debuffing. Nice. There's some weakening being applied. That's good. Now, the big thing, though, is we got to make sure we protect our Warlocks since we just stepped up with them. So our hero, you know what? Our hero could do a good job of getting the kill here. And that would open things up for the rest of our units to move in. So let's do that. Get the kill with our hero. Nice. And then, now our Iron Golem can step right up and sit back in defense mode. Our Bone Golem here could charge in. I'm a little wary of doing that just because that's probably going to be a not good... we're going to probably take a lot of damage if I do that, but you know what? Let's step around here with our Warlock and hit him with some... Nice, another weaken applied. That's good. Yeah, and you know what? This is going to cancel retaliation and defense. The only problem then is the Bone Golem's going to take a lot of retaliatory... Or not retaliatory, but follow-up damage. Potentially die that way. Got a warrior over here. You know what? The skeleton might be good to just go in and tie up the archer. Yeah, again, if the skeleton dies, I don't really care. So there we go. There's some good damage. Our Snow Spirit. You know what? Here's a good opportunity to do some range damage. So let's maybe make that happen a little bit. Do have to be careful, though. I don't want to put him in a spot where he's going to get annihilated. So we'll just, even though it's low chance, we'll at least do something. All right, well, we grazed him and we got him slowed. That's big. This Corrupt Soul, again, still doesn't have quite enough health that I want to risk him in battle. Snow Spirit over here. Yeah, we can do a Freezing Burst. Let's step closer. Let's try for it. Nice. Resisted the slowing, but that's fine. And then, yeah, the big thing here is do we want to move in and cancel the defense? We maybe should have done that before we started hitting him with all these ranged attacks, but oh well. What the heck, let's do it. Probably going to regret that because my Bone Golem's probably going to get annihilated, but oh well. Oh, and I almost forgot about my Necromancer here. Let's get him in the mix. Do some magic blasting. We missed. All right, well. This Bone Golem's kind of just hanging back. And that's going to do it. Now, we could do another spell. Sure, why not? Just seeing what would be best. Let's blast Iska with a bit of damage, maybe. Or, you know what? No, let's blast the upfront unit here for the damage. There we go. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Summoned a Dread Spider Hatchling. Yeah, and our skeleton, again, I threw them in there knowing they were going to get mauled. As I said, if they die, I'm not too upset. Okay, now they're going to take some... Nice. Well, you know what? They soaked up all that damage, so that's pretty good. Saving it from being applied to my more important units. And, of course, I can still get out there and probably revive them if I'm really keen on it. We've got some Sundering Curses we can apply, so why don't we do that right now? Very nice. And then we can do a second one over here. And let's hit those archers. Very nice. All right, now this Bone Golem can cruise around behind and do a charge strike here. Let's make that happen. Very nice. Our hero can step up and do some hefty damage if we really wanted. Just trying to see what would be the best way to try to eliminate the Berserker here. I'm liking this, so let's use the Iron Golem. Just smack him real good. Nice. Okay, that pretty much deals him, finishes him off. And then now we just have to decide who's going to go in for the kill. The hero can't quite do it, unfortunately. Well, he's a tough unit. He can really take a lot of damage. I was hoping we'd be able to just do that a little more easily. Well, you know what? We could throw another spell on. I mean, really all it's costing me is mana and combat casting points, which isn't really that big a deal. So let's do that. We'll throw that on. And then we can get the finish with... I think all of our units have used their ranged attack. I was going to say it'd be nice if I had a ranged attack to throw at him. Because I want to move this bone golem off. So you know what? We'll have to use the hero. Oh, shoot. I forgot about Steadfast, though. So let me check that. Where's Steadfast? Is it... No. I guess that must be an innate trait. Let's just go take a look. I forgot to look at this. So, Steadfast. Here it is. The unit cannot have fewer than 1 hit points. So that unit can't die right now. Well, isn't that a pain in the butt? Alright, so we'll send the Bone Golem out to go and flank the archers at least. Yeah, I should have definitely paid more attention to that. Do all these units have Steadfast right now? Not 100% sure. No, they don't. Okay, it was just that one. No Spirit. Yeah, I feel a little embarrassed that I didn't pay closer attention to that earlier. You know what we're going to do is, I think this is a once per battle. Okay, well, we can revive the skeleton and have him just continue to soak up hits. So, oh, shoot, that's right, though. It takes 3. Whoops. Well, my bad there. All right, now we'll just do some blasting. We might have to sacrifice one of these snow spirits, unfortunately. Thinking probably the one that's got a lower level metal. Send him in to go and hit there. Yeah, both our bone golems have done their thing. Our hero's done their thing. Iron golem is acted. Again, there's no real value in it hitting this guy more times. It's not going to do anything. He's got steadfast. So, yeah, you know what? Let's go over here with our snow spirit. Get a flank shot at the very least. It's probably going to die, but... And then... I think that's going to about do it. I'm going to just move up my snow spirit a little bit. Alright, I think that's going to do it for our turn. Yeah, boy, I wish I had paid more attention to that steadfast. Now he's going to smack the heck out of my bone golem and probably kill him. Oh, no. Yep. Oh, damn, that really hurt. That was a cool ability. Now, we did get our skeleton as a consolation prize out of the bone golem, at least. And my snow elemental is taking some damage. Thankfully, with regeneration, at least had some temporary hit points. Alright, so our warlock... Okay, now we can get the kill on this guy, which is great. So, should be able to make that happen. Let's do it with our corrupt soul, perhaps. Our hero's in a good spot to do it. Our iron golem's in a good spot. Let's use the iron golem, actually. There, okay. Our hero can now move in to assist, so let's do that. There's some big damage. There's the kill. Excellent. Our necromancer can... Oh, shoot, and the hero's standing on the corpse of the skeleton, I think, so can't revive him just yet. However, we can at least get the kill right here. Although it might be better to try and free up. Let's go in here. Do some stabbing. Might be better to try to tie up Iska rather than just getting the kill directly there. Corrupt Soul can move in and blast the... Let's go right here with the Corrupt Soul and then attack here. There we go. All right, now, like I said, I would like to get the kill on the Fury. Step up, only a 70%. That's not going to guarantee the kill, unfortunately. Go here. Let's blast these guys for some good damage. And then we should be able to use these skeletons to get the finish. Okay, nice. That's one less thing to deal with. Now, combo of any units that we can hit this with. Let's try and get the finish here. So, we'll step in. Nice. And then we should be able to... Yes, there it is. Perfect. Okay. And then our bone golem should be able to charge in. Do some work. Nice, good critical hit. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to revive any of our undead just yet, so we'll wait one turn. And then I think that's pretty much all of our main units that have acted. Necromancer can do his warding. Who's still left to move? We got a Snow Spirit back here who can cruise around a little bit. Stormscale Serpent's just hanging out. As is our Corrupt Soul. Just doesn't have enough health to really be of much help. Now, Iska's probably going to step off and then do some nasty damage here. Let's see. This might hurt a little. Ouch. Yeah, lit us on fire a little bit. Now, thankfully, I'm just going to double check Iska, but we should be able to just kill her off. Just want to make sure she doesn't have any special abilities like, you know, explode on death or something like that. I don't think she does. No, she's got some decent units, items, though. Tier 3 headgear, Tier 2 leg armor, half-decent ring, wand, so... Alright, so this... Now, remember, though, this will just send her to the void. It won't fully eliminate her from the game. That's still pretty cool. So we'll blast her with some curses. Hit her with the next one. Alright, excellent. And then we can wipe her out right here. Oh, shoot, I forgot to revive my undead. Oh, well. I was going to use my Necromancer to bring back a skeleton. Yeah, sadly, our poor skeleton died off. I was going to revive him, but forgot. Alright, well, hey, we sent Iska to the void at least, so that's helpful. Alright, so now the big question is, where is Ishka's base? And the answer is going to probably be somewhere down here. Guessing that's where the Throne City is, to the southeast. So I think that's where we're going to have to head next. We do have a hidden fountain here. This is a bronze level ancient wonder. We could certainly try to clear that out. That might be a job for our hero-led stack. And we probably need to rebalance how these stacks are currently set up. Just seeing what would be best. Yeah, we'll have to think about that, because I think really we want to have the strongest units in with the hero, or at least the ones that would benefit the most from the continual experience gain, and then we could try and clear out the hidden fountain maybe. But we are going to need to do some scouting, so this is where having like a flying unit would be useful. Yeah, so Ishka's now in the void. Again, that's temporary, because now we're going to have to figure out where her throne city is. I did want to check the Rally of the Lieges, so there is a new rally in 2 turns, it looks like, so that's going to be helpful. We can use that to recruit some troops. Let's close that out. So yeah, Sorcerer's Solace, that's the big thing, though. Getting that vassalage is going to be huge. Alright, in the meantime here, we'll ignore that. Again, we've moved everybody back to the city. So it's really just going to be a matter of waiting for Tarin to come closer, perhaps. Warlock is done. Set production, and Dim Tur also finishing that Arcane Institute, but can grab a new territory. So, oh, nice. This one does have pastures. That would be good for us. Let's see if there's any others that have any other beneficial structures here. This one has pastures as well. Yeah, so we're probably going to go for one of the two that have pastures, I think. All right, so now the question is, what do we need most? So we've got 3 mines, a quarry, research post, and 2 conduits. So let's see what would be the most beneficial for us to boost things or give us access to new structures. The mint, we would need 3 farms to boost it. We currently have 0, so that's not likely to happen. Monolith, we would need 3 quarries to boost it. Interrogation dungeon, we need 2 farms. We don't have any. We would need 3 foresters. We don't have any. 2 quarries for the blacksmith. That's doable. 2 quarries and a forester. That's also kind of doable. So we'll probably go with a quarry. Although, you know, maybe even getting a farm just so we have access to some of these structures. Like, we don't have access to an estate hall. But let's do the quarry, and then we can get the blacksmith boosted. So we'll do the quarry here where we have the pasture. So there, that works out pretty good. Okay. So yeah, 2 more turns for Whiteborn. I think we're in pretty good shape, really, at this stage. Biggest thing is just going to be figuring out, like I said, where the heck Iska's throne is. But I think that's pretty much it for our turn, really. There's not a whole lot else we can do, so we can kind of group up a little bit, but that's about it. And I think, yeah, these groups we're just going to stay put. Wait one more turn, at least in our city, just to see what happens next. All right, so yeah, that's it. I think this is a great place to end the episode. You know, I mean, again, I know it wasn't the most productive episode in terms of getting a whole lot done, but I think we had a few pretty good developments. You can see, though, that Tarin's group is going to be very tough to deal with. So what I'm hoping they do is they get real aggressive and they actually come for our city. I have a suspicion that they may not do that, so we will have to wait and see. If they do move into our territory, though, we could try counterattacking or figure something else out. So either way, we're gonna have our hands full with this situation. So the good news, though, is at least we are getting reinforcements from our city at the very least. So that'll be helpful. So let's zoom out and take a look. So again, pretty good developments. Getting Sorcerer's Solace much closer to vassalage. I'm so excited about that. And this is a great place to save it. So let's save it here. We will call this one First Series. We'll call it Episode 13. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.